Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to discuss the zodiac sign of Aquarius. So Aquarius is just simply a sign that's the 11th sign of the zodiacs. So it shows that it's the fixed sign in the last air sign. So what we have here is just like a constellation of waves for its symbol. It goes from January 20th to approximately February 18th. It does have a lot of relation with the numerological number 11 due to the fact that these people are mystics. They're governed by the planet Uranus. Some say they're governed by Saturn as well. It depends on how you want to depict it. It also very much depends on what deacon that they fall under, just because some people can have it as a symbol where they have both planets, and other people just have it where it's just simply Uranus. So it all depends on how you want to look at it, but we're going to get into that in future videos where I'm going to discuss the different deacons, but I'm also going to discuss the Eastern and Western depictions of some of these horoscopes as well, because some of them actually are far different, whereas most of them just seem to be quite similar. The only real difference with the Eastern side of things for astrology, guys, is that the fact that their time scale and calendar is a bit different from ours. So what we would call a Gemini, they would be calling like a Taurus, for instance, just because of the date that it is. And then their description of it is pretty much the same, but there is just slight differences that I'm really excited to go over the course of the next month. So Aquarius as a whole, the personality of Aquarius is quite interesting. They're very nonconformist, big thinkers, big innovators. They do have problems with family just because of that one trait. They can be very, very stubborn. It is a fixed sign. So being fixed in an air sign is interesting, and this sign is particularly extremely interesting to me just because Uranus is similar to like number 4 in the numerology. So you get somebody who's like a nonconformist who has that kind of fire element to them, very kind of hot-headed, but yet they're an air sign. Then you get this symbol, which is like a water bird, just waves. So it shows that they're very adaptable like the water and that they like to look over the water. So that just shows, like even in their name, Aqua, Aquarius, that you would think would automatically be a water sign, but it's still just an air sign. So their double adaptability because of the water and the air, plus their hot-headedness of fire, make them a very eccentric personality. It makes something that's quite interesting, but that will reach the top of a certain field just because air signs are generally very intelligent. And then you get the water, which makes people very emotionally intuitive. Then you get fire, which makes people have that passion. So some examples of eminent personalities that I really, really like, Bob Marley, we have Cristiano Ronaldo, and we have Michael Jordan. So these are all people: Cristiano Ronaldo, top of soccer; Michael Jordan, legend of basketball; Bob Marley, legend of reggae. So you get all these people that literally reach the top of what they did because of the sign that they're under. A lot of it has to do with their numerology as well. Like, for instance, Michael Jordan was born February 17th. So that was very close to the end of the Aquarius constellation. However, he also was definitely governed by Saturn because he was born on the 17th, which is an 8. So you're going to get somebody who is extremely powerful, extremely strong-willed because of not only just their zodiac sign, but also the numerological sign as well. So I find that quite interesting. If you're looking at this and you're saying I'm nothing like this as an Aquarius, what I'd recommend you do is make sure that you know what your purpose is, just like I recommend to anybody else. You guys tend to be big thinkers and a very much a pioneering force, or at least a force that can stick with things, so I don't really feel the need to advise you on that. What they say online in the Western astrology world is that people that have Aquarius as their zodiac sign tend to have an Achilles heel in the fact that they like to stick with things to the point of stubbornness. So if you're going to stick with something to the point where you're just stubborn and you don't want to like move, that makes you rigid. And when you become rigid, it becomes very hard to deal with you, just because you're going to be somebody that nobody wants to talk to or have really an argument with, because they know that you're just going to stick with what you say and not be too open-minded. Even though you can be adaptable in business settings and personal relations, it's most known that you guys are not. So you may want to watch out for that, just because that is definitely a fact that a lot of people under this sign, they don't have the best personal relations because their partner will consider them cold and aloof. What I'd recommend for you guys in particular is, if you know what your partner's zodiac sign is, do your best to complement it. Like for an earth sign, you guys are good because you guys are quite the opposite in regards to you're the air. So you can show them how to be more open and maybe go more places. Earth signs tend to be more introverted. Then you get water signs, which I think would be the worst for you. Water signs just all emotion, whereas you're all mind, all intellect, mind over matter, and very strong-willed. I'm not saying water elements are not. We have Scorpio, it's extremely strong-willed, but they're kind of the exception because they're governed by Mars as well, so they kind of have a fire element to them. So you want to watch out with water signs just simply because they are they just accept things, but sometimes when you throw a rock in the water, it can go deep depending on how heavy it is. And the same thing goes with their heart. You might be able to hurt them with your words quite easily, so you might want to watch out for water signs out of all of them. Other air signs, you guys may be too intellectual, and it may result in you guys never really doing much together just because you guys are both on your own mission. The best suited element for you would be the fire, just because you can actually add to the fire through your air, and the fire can give you that passion as well by saying, I believe in you, and really firing you up to get things done. So it all really depends on what you want out of your personal relationships, whether it be through friends or through like an intimate other, which is what I'm talking about. So it just depends on where you want to go with things ultimately. You are that Aquarius that you're saying, yeah, I'm kind of cold, I'm a little bit aloof, I'm very passionate about something. Try to find you a fire sign if that's the case, whether you're a man or a woman. That will definitely complement your life, and you'll complement their life a lot because you have the air, which gives oxygen to the fire. So, very, very good. But aside from that, there's not really much more to say on the Aquarius. If you need any help regarding your zodiac sign in regards to like more of a description, or if you want to know better career choices for it, you just gotta let me know. There's a reason I didn't give Aquarius any career choices, just because they end up becoming the top of whatever field that they go in. So this is more of a sign very akin to Leo that will just do what they want to do. So my advice really would mean nothing. You guys tend to want to do things that regard a humanitarian base that makes a difference to the world. Even Ronaldo and Michael Jordan and Bob Marley, all three of them did a lot of humanitarian activities. Aside from what they actually did for their life to get paid. Music was Bob Marley's thing, however, he did music to uplift people. Michael Jordan was always about making sure people believed in themselves. Cristiano Ronaldo does a lot of charity, and he just does a lot of things in regards to soccer to help people in third world countries as well. So these are all people that, even though they have the fame and the stardom, they still have a very humanitarian base and they're able to stay grounded. So I'm not recommending careers to you guys in particular today, just simply because you guys are going to do something that's going to benefit humanity one way or another, and also that choice is definitely going to be yours. You do have, like I said, the 11 in relation is the 11 zodiac signs. That's a master number. So you guys do have a very good intuitive sense of what you're around. You're aware of people, and you're aware of what you're probably here to do subconsciously. What you want to do is, if you don't have a purpose and you're an Aquarius, is focus primarily on meditation. If you have a hard time meditating, focus on breathing exercises, just to count even your heartbeat, count your pulse, feel your internal energy, because that's what's going to actually bring you to the next level, and then you're going to be able to transfer your energy from your zodiac sign, from your numerology, and really make an impact on the world. But first, you got to feel it in here in order to actually get it out there. So that's the whole thing. But if you guys do have any questions like regarding what I should do, if you can just give me like your name, date of birth. It'd be even better if you can give me your name from your birth certificate. If you want to do that, just send me a DM on Instagram. I don't understand you want to probably keep that private, and we can work something out from there. So just let me know, guys. Whatever I can do to help. If you guys have any complaints regarding these videos or you disagree, I'd love to hear that as well. But aside from that, guys, that would be it for today. Please like, subscribe. Tomorrow's Pisces. Holla at me, guys. Thank you.